Daryl and Werner, I want to send so much love. I heard about Covalent TV, and I wanted to say thank you for, making fans, wrestling fans happy, for the gaming and everything. Like, you guys are amazing. Keep up the good work. And to everybody else out there, thank you for listening and watching Covalent TV. Sending so much love. Stay safe, stay positive, and stay sane. Love you guys. Mwah.
Hello, my name is Maria Canales-Bennett, and I am the First Lady of Professional Wrestling, and you're watching Covalent TV.
Hey guys, you're watching Covalent TV with my friends, and this is Kayla Sparks here, and make sure you tune in and stay positive and girl power.
This is Outlandish Zicky Dice, and you're watching Covalent TV. Outlandish!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is Monday. It is the start of a new week. You have a chance to do brand new things, uplift, get life on the right track and all that good stuff. But we have to be on the fast track tonight. You know what I'm saying? Werner has somewhere to be after this stream. I have somewhere to be after this stream. So if you are late, you might miss this and you might be on Playback Gang. And guess whose fault that is? Yours. You have no one to blame but yourself. In the same way how Triple H has nobody to blame but himself when it comes to this god-awful, putrid booking that he continues to do on this television programming that he produces. So that means, welcome to your WWE Raw Live Review. It's your boy, Mr. Starksign.
Big Dub.
What is going on, beautiful people? How's everybody doing in the house tonight? You know what I'm saying? Much love to everyone who is in here showing the necessary love early and out the gate. But I do want to initiate a Truth Seekers roll call quick, fast, and in a hurry because I'm going to have to bring the mood down a little bit. But like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang, show up and show out tonight because, again, this will not be a long stream. You have my word on that. Y'all, again, Playback gang, y'all going to be strong on this one. All right? Y'all going to be very strong on this one. But I got to bring this up first. Oh, man, I thought I was ready.
It's still, I
thought I was ready. I really thought I was ready.
This is tough.
Wow. My bad, y'all. I thought I was going to get in front of this camera and knock this out the park. Wow. Man, it hits you when you got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Obviously we know Sabu passed away and everyone has seen it. It's been reported on all major news outlets. First of all, I'm going to talk to what Sabu was as a wrestler. Okay. Sabu was an innovator. Sabu was somebody that was can't miss. I see why him and RVD got along because both of them were kind of the same ilk in the sense of when their matches were happening, you had to watch them. You had to see what they were going to do next. You had to see what extreme lanes, no pun intended, they would go to entertain the audience. And you felt the love in every performance that they give. But Sabu, it was like a little bit of an extra edge there for whatever reason or another. And, you know, Sabu really put his body on the line. I mean, obviously, you guys, if you've seen him in person or even if you've seen him on TV or a wrestling magazine back in the day, your VHS collection, whatever the case may be, you saw all the scars all over his body. You know, he really put himself out there for the people that he loved, his supporters, his fans. And Weekly Steel Chair, slow down, man. We going to talk about it. Slow down.
Calm down.
Slow down. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Skipping ahead for crying out loud.
We'll get there. And then right now, that's not a pertinent detail because we're sharing our thoughts. Appreciate the super chat, though. Right now, that is not a pertinent detail as we're sharing our thoughts and our wishes and all that stuff. Like, just calm down. Okay? All right. So I broke him down to somebody as being, you know, must-see television. You never knew what he was going to do next. He had this unpredictability, yet this craftiness about his style. You know, even the look, even down to the look, you were like, man, what is this guy up to? Like, what is this guy all about? And that led to him putting on some of the most compelling matches we've ever seen. You know, obviously his feud with Taz is legendary in professional wrestling. And it's unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. It was like somebody went to 2011, got in a DeLorean. he got in a DeLorean and they just like, hey man, go back here and do this style real quick and then you could come back. Because everything he did, you had never seen before. Everything Sabu did out there, you had never seen it before. He was just, man, just an incredible performer to watch. A lot of y'all watch a lot of his stuff, you know, via on-demand content or whatever the case may be. I'm grateful to say I had the pleasure of watching a good portion of his matches live. You know what I mean? And to see his creativity in that ring live blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind. And that's all I can say as far as a wrestler. But man, oh man. Just in the past, November was what? Not even 6 months ago?
Yeah, just barely. It'll be at the end of the month for that.
Just in the past 6 months, right? Where I met Sabu at WrestleCade. And from the moment we started speaking, you know, before we even recorded the interview, it was almost like he wanted to know everything about me. He didn't know me from a can of paint. He wasn't trying to sell me nothing. He wasn't trying to figure out if I was taking a picture. No, he was talking to me. And we had a great discussion before we shot the interview. And then when we shot the interview, I got to see the man, the myth, the legend type of situation. Like I got to see him. And it was brought to my attention by my videographer, Matthew Shelton, who was there in the room when it happened. And Warner, they was like, they all told me, hey, man, he cried. I was like, what? Remember that one? I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then I went back and watched it when I was, I went back and watched, I was like, holy shit, he did. And speaking to him about professional wrestling, speaking to him about life, understanding him, seeing him at events after that. And guys, I was backstage, and now this is a memory. I was going to look back on it with fondness regardless. But being backstage for his last match. It was chaos. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was chaos. It was a lot of stuff going on backstage. But when you heard his music hit, you were like, oh, here he comes. Now, unfortunately, did the match go perfectly? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And we all understand that. And we'll get into one of the reasons why momentarily if people just calm down.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to discuss that part of it because by then, physically, Sabu was a broken man. But you know what? He was broken to a degree of which it was for everybody. It was for y'all. He didn't break himself just to break himself. He broke himself for everyone who ever enjoyed a Sabu match. For anyone who ever enjoyed ECW, TNA, wherever he worked, WWE, wherever he worked, WCW. He did that for every single one of us. Perfect man? No, but none of us walking this earth are perfect. But just in the past 6 months that I got to know this man, I felt like I knew him from the beginning of his career. The way he would interact with me, you would have thought I'd known him since the beginning of his career. So rest in peace to Sabu. That hurt. When Werner called me with the news, that was hurtful. Like I couldn't put words together. And it sucks. It really, really sucks. He had demons. He was fighting. He was getting himself right. And it just, 60 years old is still way too young to pass. And, yeah, rest in peace, Sabu. Thank you for taking a chance on me. You didn't know me from a can of paint. Thank you for taking a chance and sitting down and talking with me and giving me one of my personal favorite interviews I've ever done, if not my personal favorite. And it means the world that you did that. And I appreciate you. And you don't got to point up no more, man. You there with the Sheik now. So love the afterlife, live and bathe in God's glory and mercy. And yeah. Rest in peace, man. Wow. Go ahead, Warner.
I mean, this is still shocking. I mean, what are we, 20, 48 hours removed from this almost?
Mm-hmm.
Technically. I just, this man was an innovator in a time when innovation technically was frowned upon.
It stalled, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely stalled. His tag team work with RVD, unparalleled in ECW. I always kept hoping if Sabu did one more match, it would be a tag match with RVD. It sucks that he's gone. The thing that we can always say is Sabu never had a bad match. Because he always gave it his all. And, again,
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, bro.
It sucks.
Yeah.
This hits, this hits almost like Eddie, where it's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, and you weren't expecting it, and it sucks. It really does. He's going to be one that's missed. Hunter's got to put him in the Hall of Fame this year. Now, posthumously, when he should have been in well before then. It sucks. I hope, I know he's not in pain anymore. I hope he's happy where he is.
Yeah.
I hope he looks down fondly. It sucks. It sucks that we're here talking about this when That's definitely 20, 30 years way too early.
And man,
Way too fucking early.
and man, you want to talk about a guy, and I've said this on the show before. You want to talk about a situation where it is so rare to get a wrestler that brings the best out of every person they work with. Sabu was one of those people. RVD, Taz, Jerry Lynn, Mick Foley. Like, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. He just brought the best out of everybody he worked with. And this is something you guys do not know about him. Like, if you do, then congratulations, you are a real wrestling fan. But here's something a lot of people don't know about him. He was so detailed. Like, when he went out there, it looked like, controlled chaos most of the time. But you don't know how detailed he was. I didn't even realize that until I interviewed him. Everything he does was intentional. Like, he was telling me off camera about a sale he did in a match, and he was like, yeah, no, I did this and I did the sale. I was down for this amount of time. I knew I was down for this amount of time. I was like, whoa, you really like, and he was like, oh yeah. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, because, the audience has to believe it. I'm talking just like him. Yeah, the audience has to believe it. Yeah. I was like, you remembered every detail of a match you had in 1996. And that was so incredible to me. That was so incredible to me. This is a man that has had multiple concussions. Multiple injuries. Dude, he shouldn't remember a thing. And here he is like, oh yeah, I set up the table, boom, boom. I knew I was going to do this spot. Then I knew I was going to sell for this long, blah, blah. I'm like, whoa. Y'all don't know how detailed that man was. It's dude, it sucks. It sucks. Like, I can't think of anything else to say. It just really sucks. Because it's so much I want to say, but I'm not even sure how to say it. I remember seeing him on the cover of wrestling magazines, walking through the store with my mom and my grandfather, and I remember, seeing those ECW tapes, and I remember seeing the pay-per-views live. Dude, I remember everything. And to actually develop a connection with this man in the latter stage of his life, and little did I know, the final months of his life, you got to understand why this shit is hitting me hard as fuck, bro. This is hitting me hard as fuck. It's crazy. It's like here today, gone tomorrow. Like, and it's weird. I was just telling somebody, like, I was like, dude, I'm watching my childhood and what I grew up with. It's all disappearing in front of me. And it's scary, dude. It makes you just stare mortality in the eyes and go, man, what are you going to do? It sucks, man. It really sucks. But you know what? Let's close it out on this note, because I'm sure he would call us both pussies for acting like this.
Probably hit us with a chair.
Yeah, he'd probably spike us for acting like this. But man, rest in peace to the homicidal, genocidal, and suicidal Sabu. Rest in eternal peace. Rest in peace, brother. Wow. Man, I thought I was ready, guys. I'm sorry. When I hopped on, I thought I was ready. Then I was like, now's the time I actually have to talk about it. Whew. Okay. All right, y'all. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Show the necessary love to the show. Let's run it up tonight. Again, tonight is not going to be a long show, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is not going to be a long show. So let's run it up. Let's get it popping tonight. Man, that kind of flustered me a little bit. I'm all right though. All right. guys, here's something that's going to become very important. Here's something that's going to become very important to this show. So just like I said, I want to say I said this right after Rumble, because the algorithm was starting to favor us on YouTube a little bit. And I'm noticing the algorithm starting to do that again. So what I need y'all to do is run up the support to the maximum levels. Super chats, cash apps, whatever the case may be, likes, shares, and also, man, YouTube only, run up the emojis in the comment section. YouTube sees that and they go, oh, this stream is popping. Let's send more people here. So run it up, guys. Do not let us fall out of the algorithm. Show us the necessary love, ladies and gentlemen. We are sitting at 16 likes with 19 people in here. No reason why we shouldn't be at 19 likes. Let's run it all the way up, man. Let's make it possible. Let's make it happen. And let's just get it done. Point blank, period, okay? All right, let me read a couple comments, just a couple. Weekly Steel Chair, I'm going to read your super chat. But again, y'all, everybody else did fine. Everybody else did fine. But slow down. Like, if it's a big deal or pertinent news in the wrestling world, we will talk about it. Like, you have our word. We will talk about it. And if we get to the end of the stream and we miss it, then you can bring it up. But like, as we just getting kicked off and we kicking our shoes off and getting comfortable, slow down. We will get there. I assure you. Now, Weekly Steel Chair came through with the 10-pound donation saying news coming out about Sabu and how he was given kratom by Brett Lauderdale, Janela, and GCW is absolutely outrageous. This has possibly contributed to his death. Sabu was not just extreme, but a serious star. RIP. Let me put you on game real quick. So I was back there and I only heard the chaos when the rumbling started that Sabu's not here. Holy shit, somebody find him. I saw the initial scramble trying to figure out where he was. I did see that. I'm not going to lie. I did see that. Then I went out to watch the show for a little bit. Then I came back and it was still like this scramble. You saw Joey Janela pacing back and forth. Maybe he was just getting himself psyched out for the match. Who knows? But then I went back there again. Went out and then I went back there again. Then I chopped it up with some talents. And it was just like this kind of like hush over the locker room, like where nobody knew what was going on. People were just kind of like just fraternizing and talking. And I did this kind of like back and forth until the main event. I didn't see him when he arrived. I did not see him when he arrived. I will not get on this stream and lie to y'all for the sake of clicks. I refuse to do that. So I won't lie and say, oh, I saw him when he walked in the building. But I was getting ready to walk back to the back before the last match. And no. This is the match before the last match. I'm sorry. My apologies. I got the order mixed up. My apologies. I was watching the match before last. Ricky Morton, and I'm not throwing him under the bus. He'll tell you he said it too. Ricky Morton walked up to me because we tight now. I can't believe I'm tight with Ricky Morton. That's kind of crazy.
That is nuts.
But Ricky Morton walked up to me and he was like, Sabu, he's in no shape. And I'm paraphrasing. I'm not going to say what he actually said. I'm not going to throw him under the bus like that. But yeah, he was like, yeah, Sabu is he was in that country ass accent he got. He was like, yeah, Sabu, he's in no shape. He just got here. He is in no shape. I was like, are you serious? So I went back there to see if I could find him. I couldn't find him. I didn't see him. I couldn't find him. Maybe that was deliberate, but like I couldn't see him. I even walked down the hallway and I was looking in the locker rooms. I didn't see him. I'm like, where the fuck is he at? Because I was going to talk to him. I was going to be like, hey, man, you good? But then the main event is getting ready to start. And shouts out to Emil over there. He's a great guy. He's Brett Lauderdale's right-hand man. Good dude. Solid dude. He scrambles out to the ring to do the ring announcement for the main event. And He does the introductions. They go to the video pack, not the introduction. They go to the video package. Then he does the introductions. Sabu makes his entrance. It was something. This is not me trying to do it because he passed. I felt this way in the moment. It was something in the air that you knew something was wrong. You knew something was wrong. Like, even when he walked out to do it, his point, you knew, like, just something felt off. Like, Ricky Morton had just said what he said, but, like, when you saw him, something was like, Like, I think everybody in the building could feel it, too. So he gets to the ring, and Sabu is talking to Emil. He's like, I can, guys, I'm real good at reading lips. So if you try to talk crazy around me and think I can't, like, because I can't hear you, if I could see your lips, I could probably, figure out what you're saying. I'm like CIA level at it. I'm not going to lie to you. I read Sabu's lips. My videographer was right to the right of me. I read Sabu's lips. He said, I can't go. I can't do it. I can't go. I cannot do it. I can't. And he's waving his hand. He's like, I can't do it. I'm telling you. And he gave, like, Emil a little shove, but it wasn't like he was trying to fight him or nothing. He was, like, trying to, like, be like, yo, dude, I'm serious. I can't go. And Emil's like, I couldn't read his lips because he wasn't facing me, or, like, I couldn't see him from the side. But he was just kind of, like, looking like, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to tell him? Like, what's going on? So he just kind of goes, Sabu just kind of goes, whatever. Like, all right, cool. Announce me. I'll do the whole thing. Like, you can see him just kind of like, whatever. I'm going to go through with it. Emil gets out the ring, and he's walking back towards the backstage area, and he goes, Sabu, he's talking to one of the security guys. He says, Sabu just told me he can't fucking go. He said something along those lines. Emil, if you watching this stream right now or somebody clips this, you said something along those lines, bro. You did. Tell me if I'm lying. You said something along those lines. Sabu just told me he can't fucking go. I can describe what you had on and everything, homie. Red team angle jumpsuit. He walked towards me 1,000,000 miles per hour, walked past me. I don't know if it was a security or an EMT, one of the two. And he was like, Sabu just told me he can't fucking go. So Emma walks to the back. Bell rings on the match. He comes back out, I want to say, not even 2 minutes into the match, like maybe 1 minute and 30 into the match. Everybody was standing. I remember this like it was yesterday. Come on, stream. Don't do this. All right. Everybody was standing. Come on, stream. Come on, stream. Come on now. Don't do this to me. Hold on.
Come on.
Can y'all hear me? Come on, stream. Come on, stream. Hold on, y'all.
Wow.
That explains a lot. It was on the wrong connection.
Oh.
God damn. At least this time it was. We back, y'all. My apologies. All right. Everybody, let me know if we still good. Are we good on Twitter too? Warner, are we still good on Twitter?
Yeah. Yeah, we should be.
Yeah, we good now. It looked like, yeah, sorry, y'all. That was actually my fault that time. That time it was my fault. It was on the wrong,
yeah, we're good.
It was on the wrong, shut the fuck up, self. It was on the wrong, wrong connection. My bad. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. It was connected to like the little public version of my Wi-Fi, and just, yeah, it was a clusterfuck. Sorry. But what was the last thing you guys heard? Because I want to make sure y'all get every detail. Can somebody check on the Twitter stream too, by the way? Yeah, that was my fault that time. I'll take accountability. That was my fault. Every other time, these past couple times, no, that ain't been us. Talk about it's funky. What does that mean? Speak English, sir. What does that mean? That was my take account.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, so what the fuck? All right, bro. All right. God damn, talking in code and lingo. Ain't time for lingo and all that shit. Tell us what's going on. But you said I last spoke about the announcer going backstage. Oh, yeah. So he went backstage, and not even 2 minutes into the match, he comes right back out. I mean, yeah, of course I was talking about Sabu's last match at GCW, but like I mean like the detail. Yeah, boy, sometimes y'all be playing real stupid. Y'all know that? But but yeah, he came back out about a minute 30 into the match, and everybody was standing up. Every person in the building was standing up. Everyone. Because everyone could sense something was wrong. Everyone could sense something was wrong. So I go to stand to higher ground. I could pretty much go anywhere in the building I wanted, but I was like, let me go to higher ground. I could have went up to the second floor boxes, and I just didn't for whatever reason. Higher ground. And as soon as I got to the higher ground, I see the spot where Sabu jumps the chair, lands on the barbed wire ropes. The barbed wire rope collapses, and he falls into the barbed wire pit. And something inside of my spirit went, oh no, this isn't good. Something inside of my spirit went, oh no, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. I knew in that moment something wasn't right. I knew. And then the spot happened, not even that long after it, where he kind of slid out the ring and he got knocked out. He got knocked out. You saw it. He got knocked out. And I was like, they need to end this. Those were my exact words. I'm not trying to stand on no moral high ground and make it seem like, oh, I'm just so morally superior to everyone. Or no. When I saw him get knocked out, I said, they need to end this now. The barbed wire spot, I'm like, Sabu, par for the course. You know what I mean? It's Sabu we talking about here. And if you look closely in that match, when he goes through the barbed wire pallet or whatever you want to call it, barbed wire pit, whatever you want to call it, he waves off the ref. You can see him go like, no, get out of here. I'm selling. Get out of here. So that didn't concern me. But when he landed on that ground and he was out, I was like, they need to stop this. I will bring my videographer live on camera for one show, and she will tell you, I was like, they need to stop this. He's out. They need to stop this. They need to pivot. They need to call an audible. This needs to end. And I knew Sandman was back there. So I knew the Sandman spot was going to happen. I'm like, they need to cue up Sandman now. And when I tell y'all, it was almost like divine intervention right on cue. As soon as I said they need to send out Sandman now, guess what happened? Enter Sandman, no pun intended. Now, that was epic. I'm not going to lie. That was epic. That is, again, I will cherish that for the rest of my life. But I knew why they sent him in. I was like, oh, they just saw the same thing I just saw. Why do you think, and somebody might say, oh, well, that was his thing. He always did it like that. Why do you think Sandman was in the crowd for like 7 minutes? Because while Sandman is in the crowd doing his Sandman thing, I look over at Sabu on the ground. They're over there making sure this man is even well enough to stand up. True story. They were killing time. I think it started a new stream on Twitter. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that was my fault, y'all. That was my fault. I will take full accountability for that. That shit was my fault. But I'm not going to lie to y'all. It got to the finish of the match. I was so upset. I mean, I had to do the review too for you guys, but like, I was so upset. I was going to stick around and say, hey, man, Sabu, you did it, man. Congratulations. And then I was going to leave. I was so upset by how that played out. I left. And in hindsight, I wish I would have stayed back there, looked him in his eyes, and been like, you okay? I can't. God damn, it's fucking with me. I can't tell y'all how much I regret that. And I'm not even trying to make this about me. I can't tell y'all how much I regret that. I should have stayed back there, looked him in his eyes, been like, yo, Sabu, you all right, man? The whole Kratom thing, I'm not going to be captain judgmental on the whole Kratom thing, and I'm going to tell you why. So when my mom was still with us, she had to use CBD Kratom for like pain management. So I'm not going to be judgy about the whole Kratom thing. But here is what I am going to say. All of you weirdo snitches that's going to clip this and probably send it to Joey Janela, please be my guest. You're going to send it to Brett Lauderdale, be my guest. You're going to send it to the GCW brass, be my guest. Because I know how you snitches get down. You always looking for a viral moment or a click or internet hugs. I don't give a fuck because I stand on what I'm about to say right now. If they did anything, I don't care what it is. If they did anything that contributed to that man's passing and it comes out, all them motherfuckers gonna have to answer to me when I see them next. And they could take it how they want to take it. Straight like that. Because I watched that man stand in that ring and say, I can't go. I can't do it. I can't. I watched him with my own eyes say that. So if it comes out that he had a brain bleed that led to his death or something like that, all them motherfuckers going to have to answer to me. All of them. And I'm not going to do it on the internet. I don't need the internet hugs. Monetization dollars ain't that great, no way. I don't need the internet hugs. I'm going to see all of them in person. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of other people that feel the same way. And I would hope that would lead to a boycott of GCW. If. So snitches, if you want to clip this, make sure you put it in the right context. If. That's all that I just want to give y'all the true story. So that way there's no confusion. There's nobody lying. There's nobody running around saying what it was, that it wasn't. I'm telling y'all what I saw with my own eyes. I'm not going to say anything that I didn't see or hear. I have a responsibility to everybody watching this show to tell y'all the truth of the matter. I have no interest in lying to y'all. And if anybody wants to come on here and refute what I said, come on here and refute it with facts. No, Kratom is one of those things where, again, it's more so for pain management. I never knew it was for people that are, going off of pills because I've never had anybody in my life that's, addicted to pills. But like, yeah. Now, everybody, this is an open forum. This is an open forum in a sense. If you say something outlandish, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to, remove your comment or pack you up depending on what it is. But what is everyone's take on the whole news that did come out today about, him being on Kratom, how he got to the venue and all that stuff? And y'all could give y'all opinion on it, but make sure that y'all keep it cool and y'all have some decorum. Please make it as very, I don't want to say chill, that's the wrong word, but make it as, again, have some decorum. That's all I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to transition to the next portion of the show because we got to fly through Raw. We both got to go. So, guys, let's transition to the next portion of the show. People that have no decorum, people that have no tact, they have no manners, they have nothing of note, and that is why they are failures in life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know a portion of the show is coming up, go ahead and drop that bang thang thang in the comment section. But even if you decide you are not going to because you hate us, you hate this show, and you don't want to see us succeed, I'm going to tell you, mark punk ass anyway. It is time for us to hold one special
Dumbass!
accountable. It is time for drone accountability. Let go.
This is from Twitter.
Well, yeah, I'm so surprised.
Yeah, where you get most of them anyways. Context tweet, because we're all about context here. Slick 2099 tweeted, Triple H was able to do the impossible last night. He booked a boring Penta match. Didn't think that was possible.
I saw that, yeah.
To which I feel like Ishii.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. Says, and I quote, I can't fault Trips for this one. Penta's had some stinkers in Impact, AAA, and AEW.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let me hit the button.
Dumbass!
My bad.
Dumbass!
Are you kidding me? Are you actually fooling with me, man?
You want me to send it to you? I'll send it to you.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what the fucking person said.
Oh.
Are you shitting me, homie? And y'all wonder why I get on this stream and tell wrestlers not to go to WWE. And I'm going to say this one more time, and we don't have a lot of time, so I cannot go on a long rant about it. I'm sorry. Can we stop All Lives Mattering and lumping in real professional wrestling fans with WWE fans, please? Can we bring that to a screeching fucking halt? Well, no, I think it's all internet fans. I think it's all of the IWC. No, it's not. It's just y'all. It's WWE drones and WWE fed walkers. It's just y'all. Stop. Well, the IWC is weird. I think the whole IWC. No, it's just you WWE fans. You want me to tell you something that is an observable fact? It's not enough fans of every other promotion to even add up to the weirdness that y'all commit.
That's a fact.
So what are we talking about? It's not even enough of them to make a dent. WWE fans are the only ones that are chronically online at the fucking level that y'all are chronically online at. Piss. Y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all playing Pretendo 64, and I don't like that shit. Cut that shit out. It's actually all wrestling fans. No, it's not. Damn, y'all WWE motherfuckers are weird.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that man ain't even seen a goddamn Penta match outside of WWE. He had some sinkers outside of WWE. Warner, did he drop YouTube videos or clips or evidence of this?
No.
That's the part that always gets me too. That's the part that always gets me too. Where's the evidence? You can't just say that and not back it up with nothing. Where's the evidence? And I agree with what the Slick 2099 person said. I agree with that 100%. Penta has never felt boring, ever, until WWE. Ever. Oh boy, that's diabolical work, Werner. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't even know what to say to that. How many people we got on the Twitch, y'all? That's the only thing I hate about doing the lives on Twitter. When it drops out for any reason for a few seconds, like it starts a brand new stream, and I think that is I think that's so weird.
103.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, cool. All right, guys. It is, man, that last one kind of blew me. It's time for me to hold one special accountable, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh boy. This one's a doozy. Everybody put the train emoji in the comment section. Lots of train emojis. We need them. We need them. This one's a doozy. Context tweet. Eric Cohnreich, I think that's how you say his name, said, "We live in a time where wrestling from every era and promotion is more accessible than ever. If you only watch WWE, you don't love professional wrestling. You love WWE." Warner, do you find a problem with that?
No.
Okay. Can you find an error in what he said?
Nope.
Okay. All right, for sure. To which screen name Max B had this to say as a rebuttal. Nah, there's very, in all caps, good wrestling across the three brands right now. So if you watch WWE, you like wrestling. Even fucking Meltzer, who hates WWE, gives WWE very good ratings across three brands every week. The wrestling is really good right now. Discourse that WWE wrestling is bad is fake.
This is the perfect reason why Meltzer needs to get away from giving star ratings to weekly fucking television.
Werner, when I grabbed this drone accountability, the first thing I thought of was Werner was going to be like, this is why I said he shouldn't do weekly rate. That was the first thing I thought of when I read this. Because now you're enabling and empowering drones to a degree in which they've never been empowered before. Now they feel vindicated. Now all of the drones feel vindicated. Meltzer, stop bowing to them. Because now they're going to use your metric to try to get a gotcha moment off of someone who actually watches real professional wrestling. This is going to work against you in the long run, Dave Meltzer. This is going to work against you in the long run. You need to stop doing it. It will not make WWE fans like you. Because guess what? The moment you tweet something that they perceive as anti-WWE, all of a sudden, everything you create doesn't matter. Why are you catering to them? Stop. This is why. Somebody said, oh, I would describe WWE fans as fickle. I said fickle is not the word. I would go a step further than damn fickle. I'd probably go 3 steps further than damn fickle. They're pathetic. They're pathetic. Yes, I'm saying it on camera. On camera, not in a tweet. I'm saying it on camera. WWE fans are pathetic. Clip that, snitches. Click that. Please, clip that. If I want you to clip something from tonight's show, clip that. And you could tell them all I said it. You could go to all of the drone enclaves and tell them I said it. Y'all are pathetic. Y'all don't know wrestling. Y'all don't. No, let me correct myself. Y'all don't know good wrestling. Hell, y'all don't even know average wrestling.
Yeah, all they know is shit wrestling.
So y'all opinions to me when it comes to actual wrestling is persona damn non grata. I wish y'all would stop speaking on something y'all don't consume. Let me say that again. I wish y'all would stop speaking on something y'all don't consume. WWE fans do not consume good professional wrestling. Stop speaking on good professional wrestling. You do not dabble in it, okay? Call me a gatekeeper. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. It's the truth. I just watched Backlash. I heard y'all reactions to basic ass moves. Y'all don't know good wrestling if it smacked y'all in the face. Stop. Because all y'all do is muddy the waters of actual good professional wrestling dialogue. That's all y'all do. Whenever y'all show up, y'all muddy the water and not a conversation and went to hell. Every time. Stop. Truthfully, I'm going to go a step further. WWE fans, y'all are not needed. Y'all are the most not needed fan base in wrestling. No one needs y'all for nothing. We want to learn about the history of WWE or matches from the 90s or the 80s or whatever somebody want to watch. We could go on Peacock and look at that shit. It'll be heavily edited, but we could go look at it.
Hell, YouTube.
Right. We don't need, like, y'all are the least needed fan base ever. You know how insightful it is to talk to a Ring of Honor fan, an OG Ring of Honor fan? You know how insightful it is to talk to an OG TNA fan? You know how insightful it is to talk to a old school All Japan fan, your New Japan fan? You know how resourceful and just how much of a learning tree, no pun intended, that is? When you're talking to a fan of any other promotion but WWE? Y'all ever notice that? Am I bugging?
No.
I notice y'all be getting real quiet when I talk about this stuff, by the way. Y'all think I don't be noticing that shit. Because you want me to tell y'all a little secret, WWE fans? I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Real professional wrestling fans don't give a shit about ratings. Real professional wrestling fans don't give a fuck how much a $1 billion company made. Real wrestling fans don't give a fuck about none of that stuff. Merch sales, they care about if they are entertained in that wrestling ring or not. The type of people Sabu performed in front of, you think they gave a fuck about what the house looked like for the night? What was the money they made tonight on this show? You think they gave a fuck?
I wonder what his merch numbers looked like after tonight.
I wonder how many shirts Sabu sold tonight. Said no one ever. But y'all do. Y'all are the least needed fan base in wrestling. WWE is the least needed promotion in wrestling. In order for wrestling to go through a true boom period again, WWE needs to die. I have said this countless times. I've said this since year 2 of us doing this show. In order for there to be a true boom period, WWE must die. Must. You know why? Because if there's even a semblance of a boom period with WWE around, what is WWE gonna do?
Buy it out.
There it is. The defense rests, Your Honor. Now, guys, I don't have a what we not going to do this week. It's time to get into the show that we would never go into Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into Monday Night Raw, sponsored by Trojan. Werner, I just want to know if I'm lying, bro. By the way, can anybody just confirm if I'm lying about anything that I've said?
No, you're right on the money.
Somebody hit the Streamlabs link. God bless America. Cairo's objective came through with the 10 Schmack said, "Let feast. Been enjoying the past few shows on playback. Keep up the good shite." That's right. Appreciate you, man. On Weekly Steel Chair came through with a 2 pounds donation saying, "Treasure your life." Okay, so everybody on Twitter didn't get to see the Sabu tribute. Well, it's in a separate version of the video because it cut it in half.
Yeah.
So yeah, we spoke about that, guys. We paid our tributes. YouTube people, y'all gonna see it. I ain't worried about y'all. Y'all gonna see it. Facebook people, y'all gonna see it as well. But yeah, we gave tribute at the beginning of this stream. So If there's anybody like, hey, did you guys talk about Sabu on Twitter? Yes, we did. We spoke about him. Because I'm going to delete that first part right after I get off of here. So, yeah, we did speak about him at the beginning of the stream. If you want to see us speak about him, go watch it on YouTube or Facebook. And again, I take accountability for it tonight. It was my fault. It was on the wrong connection. I don't even know how that happened, by the way. But it was on the wrong connection. My bad. Okay. All right. Let's keep the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. All right, the show is with a memorial graphic for Sabu, of course. As much as he bled and sweat for all of the entities WWE acquired that he worked in, you fucking better.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Guys, we are going to exercise a heavy dose of escapes. We are going to exercise a heavy dose of we don't even need to talk about this. We are going to do a lot of paraphrasing and shortening tonight. So, like I told y'all, this wasn't going to be a long show. We are sitting at just under an hour. I'd be shocked if we went an hour 30. So, guys, strap in, pay attention, listen close. If you don't, you're going to miss something. Watch it on playback. All right. But I can never skip over the usual montage of talent arriving at the arena.
Can we not?
I will never skip over it. For as long as I live, I will never skip over the usual montage of talent arriving at the arena because Werner's first boner was at the site of talent arriving at the arena.
No, it wasn't. It never was, and it never will be.
It was talent arriving at the arena and Cindy Crawford.
Well, Cindy Crawford,
Look
yes,
at this
but
asshole. Look at this.
Why would you say no to Cindy Crawford?
Dime a dozen white woman. I hate to tell you. But
I agree with Ron. $30,000. Let's go.
Oh man.
$30,000 fines.
They ain't gonna pay.
Especially for those NXT upstarts.
They ain't gonna pay the fines, Warren. I'm sorry. They're not gonna pay the fine. Sorry, Warner.
Upstarts. Those NXT upstarts, $30,000 fines. Let's go.
Warner, they're gonna pay you in mayonnaise. Okay, that's
they can give that money to the Be a Star program.
Warner, they're gonna pay you in submarine sandwiches with no toppings on them.
Ew.
It's just gonna be bread. They're gonna pay you in bread and mayonnaise. That's what you're gonna be paid in. Okay, they're gonna, and then after they pay you with it, they're gonna come back to your house and steal all your mayonnaise. You're gonna have no mayonnaise. You're gonna have no mayonnaise, Warner. So just calm down. Unless you really want to piss them off, just calm down, okay?
$30,000. Let's go.
Stolen mayonnaise
for the Be a Star campaign.
You can't.
Let's go.
Sir, you can't get a police report for stolen mayonnaise.
$30,000 each person. Be a Star campaign.
Warner, play it smooth.
Be a Star campaign.
Play it smooth. You're a white
Don't
man.
you remember the Be a Star campaign?
You're a white
Let's
man.
talk about Be a Star.
You're a white man. You need your mayonnaise.
I do not need my mayonnaise. I need.
Then why would you call it your mayonnaise, dumbass? I do not need
30,
my mayonnaise.
60, 90,
Good Lord.
120. Yeah, $120,000 to the Be a Star campaign for all those of talent showing up late for work.
Warner, they're gonna steal all your cum-stained hoodies.
Ew.
You didn't got on here with a couple of hoodies where I was like, what you was doing before we got on the camera. Warner.
No, not that.
Y'all, if y'all don't believe me, go back and look at some streams. You'll see it.
If anything, it's, when I'm eating and then the mail falls out,
You fell right into my trap.
Sometimes there's avocados from Mexico.
Did I catch him slipping, y'all, or did I catch him slipping? Did I catch him slipping or did I catch him slipping? Damn it, Werner. It's too easy, man. Okay, now I feel like I can proceed with the show now that I have, exposed your mayonnaise. Yeah, gotcha, bitch.
Just because food does not want to stay where I need it to while I'm eating.
Dude, I said you were the DC Mayo sniper.
I am not the...
You know what you did?
I am not that.
You know what you did? You shot all your mayonnaise. That's what you did. I got a 50 caliber mayonnaise sniper rifle and I'm not afraid to use it. Oh man, that was too easy, Werner. Let's not make it that easy next time. Okay. But a recap of Paul Heyman's master plan to goad Jey Uso into a championship match, then the failure and blah, blah, blah. CM Punk makes his entrance and gets on the mic. All right. Werner, do you want to paraphrase this one? Do you want to paraphrase this one? I could, but I don't want to piss all of the fair walkers that watch our show off because I know that some of y'all, y'all want to hear everything about it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Here's what I'm going to say. This is the main event scene for Monday Night Raw.
Homie, took the words right out of my damn mouth.
This is the fucking main event scene. You have a coked out Jey Uso. You have the Canadian Che Guevara.
Homie.
And washed CM Punk.
I think I've said this at least 20 times now on this show, but I'm going to say it again. Y'all call Tony Khan a cokehead. Have y'all ever hung around actual cokeheads? Because if you have,
it's not Tony.
You would know Jey Uso acts like a damn cokehead.
Yeah.
It was on the back end of his promo. I swear, I'm going to skip ahead for the sake of just getting this off my chest. On the back end of his promo with Gunther, he said words, and I didn't know what none of them meant. I was like, what the fuck did he say? I had to go find the clip on Twitter just to figure out if I knew what he said. All I heard was, yeet. I was like, what the fuck did he say? I had to go back and look at the clip to understand what he fucking said. That's a damn cokehead.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what he said. I can understand Tony Khan when he speaks. Good Lord. Tell me y'all have never been around cokeheads without telling me y'all have never been around cokeheads. And CM Babel is a very appropriate name for him tonight. Very appropriate. I just had to get that off my chest, y'all. My apologies. I just had to get that off my chest. I can't do it with this show, bro. Already. Yeah. Already. And now, oh God, and now Bron Breakker, the LeBron Breakker, is just generic muscle 972. Did anybody else catch that in this promo as well? Did anybody else catch that in this promo as well? Bron Breakker is now generic muscle 970 damn 2.
He needs to leave.
This is Bron Breakker we're talking about. One of the few,
and this is going to be his ceiling.
Dude, one of the few legitimate athletes they have in that damn company.
And this is going to be his ceiling. Being Diesel.
In a men's warehouse suit.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with men's warehouse suits.
No.
But in a men's warehouse suit.
5 for $5.99.
Homie. And does anybody, did CM Punk say, and I'm going to say this almost figuratively and literally because recently he's been looking like it. Did CM Punk say anything of substance?
No.
I tuned this out. I'm dead ass. I tuned it out.
Same, because you know what? He's now at the school of John Cena for promos.
No, I'm still not over them not letting him be a Steiner. I'm still not over that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not over that. You want to talk about, I'm going to say this and then we got to move faster, guys. I'm sorry, y'all derailing me a little bit, but I got to say this. You want to talk about the easiest money WWE could have made? Once they realized Braun was legit in that ring, making him Braun Steiner and giving him a secondary world title run on the main roster for like a year, that would have been a license to print money.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a license to print damn money. They had a foolproof superstar. I've never said this on the show before. They had a foolproof superstar in Bron Breakker. Foolproof. Give him his last name. Let him be what he is. Let him be a legit athlete. Let him showcase his athleticism in that ring and his power, just like his dad, just like his uncle. And just let him run. Let him go. They couldn't even do that. Yeah, you had him lose to Dominic at WrestleMania. Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Adrian Carpenter, for paying your late fees, my good sir. Everybody,
Yeah, appreciate it.
Run up the donations, ladies and gentlemen. I wish we could go to church tonight. I got y'all next stream, but we got to get moving. We had an hour 6. Yeah, all right, cool. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had an hour 6. I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge all super chats, obviously.
Yes.
But, yeah, I can't do church tonight. It's going to delay the stream a little bit, but we got to get moving, y'all. Sorry. All right. Warner, did you gather anything from that opening promo?
That the main event scene in for Monday Night Raw is trash.
Okay.
That's what I gained from it.
Yeah, that's all I gained too. Yeah.
Because it's just god awful. And Bron Breakker is gonna be taught a lot of bad habits being in this group feud, whatever this is. He is going to be taught a lot of bad habits, and that's frustrating.
Dude, he put his hand on his shoulder and he walked down to the ring like he was
Yep.
a dog.
Yep.
He was like, now go, sick 'em, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh God, how the mighty have fallen.
And while the fans are, barking.
And you know somebody's gonna say that in a promo eventually.
Mm-hmm.
You know somebody. WWE is so predictable. You know somebody's gonna say that in a promo eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you could come from being, the biggest dog in the yard to being Seth Rollins' lap dog. Oh, God, you could just feel that corny shit coming. Oh. He's young. They have time. Wait and see how it plays out. Shut up.
Blinking time is gone.
Straight up.
Look at Rhea.
Man, it feels like just like 2 years ago I was watching Rhea Ripley in NXT. But it was way longer than that. It was way longer ago than that. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop, man. Hold this shit to a standard, homie.
Blink and look at Roman Reigns.
Yeah, fucking 11 years of a goddamn shove down your throat push later.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep it rolling, dude. F commercial commentary hypes up the Saudi tour at the end of next month.
Boo.
And then let's make Gunther look like as much of a dickhead as possible world tour.
Mm-hmm.
Penta made his entrance. And then back from commercial, Pat McAfee would return to commentary.
If I'm a wrestler, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Gunther, you got fucked, homie. They're making you look like the biggest imbecile in WWE right now. Your beatdowns ain't tough enough to keep Pat McAfee down for 24 hours.
Mm-mm.
That's what WWE just told the fan base. Why would you sign back with it? Why? You ignorant damn fool.
He's Shinsuke. He doesn't care. He's going to coast. That's what he wants to do for the rest of his career. He just wants to coast and get a bag.
Unbelievable. Yes, it's an insult to your intelligence. A wrestler is not strong enough to keep a former punter down long enough to keep him off a commentary for one show.
Weakest position on a fucking football team, and you can't keep them down for more than 24 hours. That's pathetic.
Pathetic show, pathetic fan base, pathetic production, pathetic pushes, pathetic everything. Bro, I just laughed. I was like, this is unbelievable. And then they got Pat like, oh yeah, he popped a blood vessel in my eye, blah, blah, blah. And then this pathetic audience. McAfee. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious?
Again, proof that this fan base does not care about in-ring wrestling.
Give me a fucking knife. And then you got Michael Chode acting like he saved 3 elderly people, 3 children, and 3 pets from a burning building. Talk about some, stand up, pal, you deserve it. Stand up. Are you kidding me?
You saved me from having an opinion. I love you.
Man, you could kiss the blackest part of my ass. Are you serious, homie? I'm tired of having my intelligence insulted by this shitty product. What the fuck? That's how he sounded. He dropped his voice and everything. Yep, that's it. Stand up, Pat. Stand up. Like this dude just came back from war. Like this dude was Captain fucking America. Give me a fucking knife. And then Penta gets a meaningless ass win over Chad Gable. Dude, they tried to act like we didn't watch Chad Gable just push him off a top rope and he lost a match to a shitty tadpole splash. Are we serious? Fuck this match. It was slow. It was boring. Chad Gable looks like he's phoning it in now.
Because what's the point? Again, everyone's now subscribing to the, hey, let's just go through the motions. We're still going to get paid anyways. WWE can't let all of us go.
Yeah, in Louisville, Kentucky, hold this L. But Channing Dam for an antivirus, hold this L. McAfee, kiss my ass. You imbeciles, you absolute dunce caps. Just, it's so pathetic. All right. Roxanne Perez and Giulia cut a promo about how the women's division isn't safe and they're taking over, and we go to break. Right. Okay.
Sure.
Back
There's
commercial.
2 women that'll dispute that.
Back commercial. We get the Judgment Day Clubhouse segment. Dominic Mysterio doesn't understand time zones. If y'all want to know what I took away from that Judgment Day Clubhouse segment, Dominic Mysterio doesn't understand time zones. And I can't believe I'm saying this. WWE made it funny. This is the only reason why I'm not escaping it, by the way. WWE made it funny. When JD Squarehead held up the skull to the lamp, it was like, this is the earth. This is the sun. That was funny. Credit where it's due. That was funny.
I'm just wondering, did Dominic Mysterio graduate the 5th grade?
But I feel like, who just said that last comment? That's how I feel. The Judgment Day still exists for what?
Yeah.
What vehicle does it, well, like, what is it, what purpose does it serve?
Maybe we're only in the 3rd inning of a very long game.
We get footage of Gunther versus Pat, no talent fee. I'm escape. I can't do it. New Day make their entrance. Escape. Dude, that New Day theme song is the ass of assdom. What the fuck is that? And New Day's this, and New Day's that. The New Day's ass, the New Day's crack, the new... What is that theme song? Sounds like a fuck... Oh my God. It sounds like a public domain Rick Ross song.
Yeah. But hey, nobody wanted to get rid of Def Rebel. In fact, they got a promotion.
Fucking witness protection ass song. Pack that shit up. Okay. I'm escaping the backstage segment or whatever it was with CM Punk and Sami Zayn. You could kiss the blackest part of my ass. I haven't hit the escape. I'll do it for y'all one time for the fun time. I'm just gonna do it one time if I can fucking find it. There it is.
Don't tense up, man. Don't tense up, man. Where you going? Settle that, bud.
There you go. You got it. Now shut up. Okay. Who is that? Oh, yeah, I forgot it does that. When I come back from this thing, it always shows the notifications late for whatever reason or another. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. The Creed Brothers versus the War Raiders. The Creed Brothers won by pinfall with a Brutus Ball device on Ivar. Let me say that again. The Creed Brothers won by pinfall with the Brutus Ball device. The damn move is called the Brutus Ball device. What the fuck?
This, no. WWE and their tag team division always ceases to amaze at how terrible they can be.
Take the rest of the fucking show, bro.
Backstage segment with Rollins, skip. No. Adam Pearce quickly met with Jey Uso backstage. No one cares. Jey Uso was on a crack high, said nothing, really meant nothing. Said he was going to walk in as champion, walk out as champ. No one really cares. Back from break, Cole and McAfee pay tribute to Sabu. Surprise, Taz got a mention.
Boy, you know Michael Cho probably had to lobby night and damn day for that.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's in that pissant t-shirt company.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you can't mention him, Mike. You can't do it. I picture Triple Nose calling him Mike for some reason. You can't do it, Mike. No, man. No, I can't. I just can't let you do it. But he was my friend, Hunter. He was my friend.
I thought we were open for business.
He was the Pat. He was the Pat to my McAfee before the McAfee to my Pat. Good God. The Brutus. Y'all watch a product where finishing moves are called the Brutus Ball device.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, talk about it. Talk about it. Oh, Weekly Sale Chair, talk about it. He carried my entire career, Hunter. Fact.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. That is a fact. You wouldn't have been able to mediocre through all these goddamn years if it wasn't for Taz. Man, you better get to paraphrase Jackson around this motherfucker, homie. Let's go. Come on.
We're already at the main event. AJ Styles, Finn Balor.
That ain't the main event.
Oh, shit. Well, then we got AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. AJ won with the phenomenal forearm. Penta showed up to take out JD Squarehead and Carlito with the Mexican Canadian Destroyer. Becky said a bunch of nothing. No one really cares.
You already touched on that Jey Uso promo, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Homie. He is still walking around like a cocky heel cokehead from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. And in the whole back end of that promo, I didn't even understand a fucking word he was saying. This motherfucker dead ass went, I swear to God, I will pull up the clip. This motherfucker went, oh. I was like, what the hell was that? It's like, dude, I'm telling you, Jey Uso is such a dumbass that I think he has about a lexicon of about 50 words. And once he runs through all of them, all he can do is make cokehead noises. Because that motherfucker went, oh.
This just proves WWE does not have a wellness policy in 2025.
That man has 50 words max. Him and his damn cousin just dumbasses. They come off like they just have no intelligence at all. That motherfucker, Werner, he went, Motherfuckers want to think I'm lying. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. I could show you better than I could tell you, goddammit. Fuck that. This motherfucker went, like a damn caveman.
He's done that multiple times.
Good God.
World Heavyweight Champion. 4 letters, 1 word.
This motherfucker went,
I still have the same question. Where is the wellness policy in 2025?
Warner, these fans made a champion out of a dude that can't say enough words in a promo to the point of where he has to go,
Yeah.
like he's going to bonk somebody with a fucking club. Oh no, that was his hype sound. That hype these nuts.
What is he hyping with that?
Dude, he has 50 words in his brain. Tops. And once he runs through them, he has nothing. Here's how you want me to tell you when you know Jey Uso is out of his depths on a promo? First, he makes his entrance. Second, he'll talk for like the first 15 seconds of the promo. Mm-hmm. And then you see him going into that cadence. Hoping for the crowd to go. And when the crowd goes, then in which case, he could keep doing this until he gets through the promo. Because as long as he could get to this cadence, he doesn't have to say actual words.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk being the just Captain Irony of the night, while Seth Rollins is making his entrance, he says, all you are is a song, kid. Eventually the bell has to ring. CM Punk, have you seen your in-ring performances recently?
Yikes.
You can't talk. Maybe 2009 CM Punk could have spoke, but 2025 CM Punk can't say shit about nobody's bell-to-bell performance.
Or 2024.
Motherfuckers on this, but world champion. World champion. World damn champion, Werner.
Mm-hmm.
Boring ass AJ Styles Finn Balor match. AJ won with a phenomenal forearm. That shit was boring.
I already called that.
I'm saying it again. Fuck you.
Okay.
Shit was boring as hell. That shit
it
was boring as hell. If this match would have been anywhere else, it would have been phenomenal. No pun intended. Boring as hell. Then you had all that main roster fuckery. With the goddamn Jetson dipshit head McDonough. Penta sitting here acting like goddamn Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. I laid a trap. They'll never see me coming. Now watch me flip. I'm very, very sneaky. Head ass. Get the fuck out of here. I didn't even hear shit Becky Lynch said. I was, by this point in the show, I was mentally checked out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm escaping all that shit she said because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a whole box of nothing. My fault, Warren. I mean, I took your thunder. Finish the rest of the show.
Oh, God. The Redeemer, Rusev, had a video package. Said he would rather his brothers all fall by his hand than fall into the abyss.
So you identified the abyss as AEW, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So did Rusev just unironically admit that when wrestlers are disgruntled or they lose a lot in WWE, they go to AEW?
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right, up next we have Tozawa asking Pierce for a match against Rusev. Oh, God. Pierce said he's not clear, but then Sheamus showed up and gave him respect for not backing down. Alpha Academy left. Sheamus then spoke to Pierce about having a match against Grayson Waller, which nobody wanted. And he obliged. So next week we got Sheamus versus Grayson Waller, which again nobody asked for.
Warner,
All right, now we're
Warner. Well, wasn't Rusev and Sheamus in League of Nations together?
Yes, they were.
Haven't we seen them have a program before?
Yes, we have.
Move on.
All right, up next we have the main event, which is the Women's World Champion Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley taking on the NXT upstarts, Roxanne Perez and Giulia.
Rhea, you know I love you as a person. You know I do. But boy, I'm starting to hear, instead of "this is my brutality," when you come out, I'm starting to hear "when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside." You are like the unstoppable force and the damn immovable object. No one can get the leg up on you for too long in a match. You never really look weak in a match.
Mm-mm.
You never really eat pins. Like, Giulia and Roxanne needed this win. Needed it. Like the air they damn breathe. But did Triple Nose think that?
No.
No.
She's one of my black and gold girls. I gotta take care of her.
Giulia, you done got dropped on your neck damn twice. They done ruined your mystique. They done ruined your wrestling ability. And now you eating pins to the usual suspects.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say? Roxanne, same thing. Literally. I could take the same thing I just said about Giulia and apply it to Roxanne.
You know, when I was watching this match and I was watching Perez, I was like, you know, if she was anywhere but WWE, at her age, she'd be probably the youngest ring general in all of wrestling.
Oh, and I know some people are like, oh, you forgot about this. Oh, my God. Gunther announced that on the Raw after Money in the Bank, he gets the first swing at whoever wins between Jey Uso and Logan Paul.
Oh.
Dude, you know it's going to be somebody like, you missed it. Fucking dork. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to get ridiculous with Rhea. And again, love is a person.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all knew why, I would say so. But I love her. I do. But
You had a nice, wonderful conversation with her?
yeah, I'd be the first person to tell. But homie, as a character, yikes. She barely even bumps anymore.
No.
Love
It's like she
Rhea,
has
but
nothing. It's back to the she has nothing to sink her teeth into, and she's back into her NXT booking after she lost the title to Charlotte.
love Rhea, but I'm not no simp. I'm sorry. Her booking is garbanzo. It is trash. It is the worst. It's like Triple H doesn't know what to do with her, so he's like, I'm just gonna have her beat everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If he knew there wasn't gonna be an uprising of fans booing at WrestleMania, he probably would have had a win at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's getting out of control, dude. The weaknesses in the WWE product are glaring. You don't have to look far to find them. But all right, y'all. Let's go to ratings. -10, -10, -10, -10, -10, -10, -10, -10. Y'all watch a product where finishers are called the Brutus Ball device. -10, -10. No moment.
-10. Oh God, this is awful. No moment.
Only clear the air I got is God clear the air for Sabu and let him get up there with no problems. That's all I got. Rest in peace, Sabu.
Same.
I'm gonna miss you, man. Again, I got to know you these last 6 months, and I'm gonna miss you. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that you're gone. And again, guys, if you want to see what we said about Sabu, watch it on YouTube or Facebook. It is at the beginning of the stream. I'm gonna have to delete the first stream on Twitter because it cut it off. So yeah, guys, and yeah, that's all I got. Rest in peace, Sabu. It's still surreal. Okay. All right, y'all. But it's time for us to get up out of here. So therefore, going once, going twice, and so to the man with the braids in his ass. So sign off yet again. It's the epitome of black excellence, the king of dimes, and just your boy, Mr. Starks, and
The big enough worldwide, the Messiah, semi-cute sixes, and the internal pessimist, Big Dub.
peace out, y'all.
See you Wednesday.